Hello and a warm welcome to NEWSPLUS here on Viewer Television. My name is Phillips Levin. Now, the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has ordered that the planned concession of the Murtala Muhammad International Airport Lagos and cargo terminals be stopped pending the hearing and determination of a suit filed by CIFAX Group of Companies Limited, challenging the bidding process. CIFAX had filed a suit claiming that it was one of the 13 firms that submitted a bid for the contract after the third defendant issued a formal request for qualification, stating that no applicant is expected to bid twice for any of the specific assets had under any guise or form. Hence, the suit against the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, the federal government, Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, NACO, Avians PLC, Infrastructure Coalition Regulatory Commission, TAF Airport Holding Company, and GMR Airport Limited as first of 7 defendants. The plaintiffs claimed that contrary to the misleading impression that both the 6th and the 7th defendants are separate entities, a search on the internet revealed a contrary position. A High Court of the Federal Capital Territory at Wuse Zone 2 has issued an order restraining President Muhammadu Buhari and the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) from extending or interfering with the February 10th deadline for the use of the old 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira banknotes. This came on a day the government of Kogi, Kaduna, and Zamfara State dragged the federal government before the Supreme Court, but efforts to get the reaction of the presidency proved futile, as the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, referred newsmen to the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, who also failed to pick calls and respond to text messages sent to his mobile phone. The court held that the interim orders will be for initial period of 7 days, even as it adjourned the matter to February 14th for hearing. Aside from President Muhammadu Buhari, the CBN, its governor Godwin Emefiele, and 27 commercial banks were cited as defendants in the matter. Angry Nigerians have blocked the busy Benin-Ore highway in protest over the scarcity of naira notes and fuel across the country. Protesters blocked the dual carriageway, including flyover interchange, leaving travelers stranded on the highway for many hours. However, the Ondo Police Commissioner, Oyeyemi Oyediran, has warned residents in the state not to embark on any protest to showcase their grievances. Oyediran cautioned that embarking on any protest was not healthy, warning that it could be hijacked by hoodlums to perpetrate other heinous crimes in the state. One of the protesters said the protest was to send a message to the government that the masses are suffering. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria has established the Hajj Institute of Nigeria to train and certify all employees in the Nigerian Hajj Umrah section. The chairman and chief executive officer of NARCON, Zikrullah Hassan, made the disclosure at the opening of the Institute of Hajj House in Abuja. Hassan noted that establishment of the institute will improve the quality of manpower in the Hajj and Umrah sector and enable the country to be at par with global industry standards. He also said the institute will play a key role in exploring the economic potentials abound in the sector, which businesses and teaming youths could explore. The Saudi Vision 2030, which all Hajj entities across the globe need to align to, has placed a high premium on excellent pilgrim services driven by ICT. The Taraba State All Progressive Congress caucus in the National Assembly has rejected the removal of the state chairman of the party, Ibrahim El Sudi. While addressing the media at a press conference in Abuja, the chairman of the caucus and senatorial candidate for Taraba Central, Honorable Anjuma Shidi, says the impeachment was orchestrated by a self-serving section of the State Executive Committee, which was not properly constituted. They added that the decision to impeach the state chairman was done without forming a quorum or consultation with the state caucus created by Article 12.9 of the APC Constitution, while also describing the impeachment as a calculated attempt to sabotage the party's effort at winning the 2023 general elections in the state at all levels. The caucus also accused some members for anti-party activities, as some of them have been caught openly supporting PDP in the state.
As the ruling political party at the national level and governing majority of states in Nigeria, the party cannot afford to appear like a huge joke by allowing some skilled and self-serving people to propose to have removed the party chairman in a way and manner at variance with the party constitution.
So for somebody to come out and say that Sudi is backing one candidate is just a mere allegation, because Ed Sudi was not a delegate, he was not a returning officer. The returning officers were sent from the national headquarters of the party.
And now we'll go on a break, and when we return, NEWSPLUS continues.
advertise your products and services on our platform. Viewer Television is here to give your business a boost with a touch of professionalism. If you're a brand owner, entrepreneur, proud business owner, let's place your business in the face of your customers. Contact us so we can talk business on 081 2121 2278 or info@viewertv.com.ng. Always remember, we are here for you.
Well, it's good to know that you're still with us on NEWSPLUS. Now, moving forward, a 40-year-old man, Usman, was arraigned at the Kaduna High Court for allegedly obtaining 10 million naira under false pretense. Usman is being prosecuted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on a 2-count charge of obtaining money under false pretense and fraud. The EFCC prosecuting counsel K. Garba told the court that sometime in July 2022, the defendant ordered under false pretense and intent to defraud obtaining 10 million naira from one Saleh Yusuf through the medium of a contract to supply tricycles. The prosecutors stated that after collecting the money, the defendant refused to supply the tricycles or return the money. Garba added that the defendant ran to an unknown destination and all efforts made by the complainant to get his money back proved abortive. A federal high court in Abuja has restrained the People's Democratic Party from suspending or expelling the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, from the party. Justice James Omor Tosho made the order following an ex parte motion filed by the governor against the entire hierarchy of PDP. Wike also asked for an order of the court granting him leave to serve the motion on notice, originating motion and all other processes of the court in the suit on the first to fifth respondents by posting all the set processes of the court on the PDP National Secretariat. Respondents in the suit filed on February 2nd are the PDP, its National Working Committee, the National Executive Committee, National Chairman of the party, Dr. Nyocha Ayu, PDP National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, and Independent National Electoral Commission. The judge adjourned the matter until 14 February for the hearing. The Independent National Electoral Commission in Lagos State says a total of 6,708,451 voters collected the permanent voter card out of the 7,637,402 voters are registered in the state. Now, INEC's head of voter education and publicity in Lagos State, Adenika Tedese, told Newsman Lagos that the figure represented is 7.8%. According to Tedese, 928,951, which were not collected as of the deadline, represented over 12%. INEC had earlier extended the collection of PBC from January 29 to February 5th and fixed February 25th for the presidential and National Assembly elections and March 11 for the governorship and State House Assembly elections. Senator I.D. Gang of the Plateau North Senatorial District urges Nigerians to elect competent leaders as Nigerians prepare for historical general elections in the coming days. The lawmaker disclosed this on the occasion of the 60th birthday celebration with the theme Trial of Grace. Now, our correspondent Nasru Saidu was there in Jos and now tells us more.
Dignitaries within and outside Plateau State gathered at Cooking LCC Rawuru Fan of Barikin Ladi to celebrate with Plateau North Senator I.D. Gang at 60. The gang uses the medium to appreciate God for people who have been instrumental to his progress right from his childhood, school years, and political career.
And we remain committed to the good cause of governance. We remain committed in seeking justice, equity, and fairness in the governance of our nation.
Former Governor of Plateau State Senator Jonah Jang and Bongom Jos, Dajakom Gambuba, rejoiced with Senator I.D. Gang for clocking 60.
I want to congratulate my son I.D. Gang, who has turned 60. I want to congratulate his beloved wife and the entire family.
We thank God for bringing us to this sanctuary to rejoice with our son, our brother, our father, our husband in this journey of life. And we want to appreciate God Almighty for the fact that we remember to thank God.
A reception was held immediately after the service. For invited guests, some of them described I.D. Gang as a humble leader.
I celebrate God and I celebrate men. I celebrate my constituency, Plateau North. I celebrate Plateau State. I celebrate Nigeria. I celebrate humanity. I celebrate freedom. I celebrate justice and equity. I celebrate fairness. And that is what I stand for. We are looking forward for a credible, fair, free election by INEC. And I pray that Nigerians will come out, take advantage of the opportunity to source for ourselves leaders. This is the moment. It is a moment. It's a destiny moment for Nigeria. It's a destiny moment for Nigeria. And God has placed it in our hands. It is the opportunity for us to take advantage of it, use our PVC very well, and of course, get ourselves leaders that would be catalytic leaders that are developmental and transformational, not cataclysmic leaders that will be severely destructive. This is my wish, and this is my call to Nigerians.
What I have seen in his life is consistency. He hasn't changed. He has always been a focused person, a very humble person, and a service-oriented person.
So I've known him as someone you can rely on, someone you can trust, somebody you can share a secret with, and you can be rest assured that it is confidential.
His life has given us an insight on how people are made by God.
Many describe Senator Gang's 60th birthday as a lifetime achievement. Nasir Saidu, VOA TV News, Jos.
Aggrieved registered voters without permanent voter cards in Maiduguri have threatened to sue the Independent National Electoral Commission if it fails to issue their PVCs before Monday's collections deadline. The prospective voters at the press briefing in NUJ Center lamented that despite continuous excuses and postponements to issue their PVCs, the Electoral Commission has been selective in the distribution of the voters' card. They alleged that the denial of the cards is perceived to be partisan. The spokesman of the group, Ishaku Yakubu, said it has evidence to prove a case against INEC and will head to court if the electoral body fails to release their PVCs in the next 48 hours.
Because that we can't get our card till after 2023 elections. It's on record. We have video clip where they are demanding for us to give us some tips before they get out our cards. It's on record. We also have evidence, both video and voice message, where they are telling us they will not issue us our cards because we are from southern Borno, because we are from southern part of Nigeria. These are many more.
The nationwide protest on Tuesday are the third such gatherings organized since the beginning of the year. Now, according to police, 1.3 million people participated in the last week's demonstrations across the country, while unions claim more than 2.5 million. They were the largest such protest in France since 2010. Trains and the Paris metro are expected to experience severe disruptions on Tuesday. Operators said with around 1 in 5 flights in early airports south of the capital expected to be cancelled. President Emmanuel Macron made the reforms the centerpiece of his election campaign last year, and he is determined to see them through, despite fierce opposition from the political left and labor unions as well as the general public. Rescuers in Turkey and Syria braved frigid weather, aftershocks and collapsing building Tuesday as they dug for survivors buried by the earthquake that killed more than 5,000 people. Disaster agencies said several thousand buildings were flattened in cities across the vast border region, pouring misery in an area already plagued by war, insurgency, refugee crisis, and a recent cholera outbreak. Through the night, survivors used their bare hands to peek over the twisted ruins of multi-story apartment blocks, trying to save family, friends, and anyone else sleeping inside when the first massive 7.8 magnitude quake struck earlier on Monday.
كل ما لا عم تشد وتقوى وبلشت بقى الأغراض تروح وتجي قدامنا ونحن ما بقى نعرف شو بدنا نعمل بالبيت. بفاي فتحت بوابة وبلشت تكت علينا، يعني انحبسنا ناس بهالطرف وناس بالطرف الثاني.
وقت اللي فقنا صار ترددها أكتر، صارت تزيد أكتر وأكتر وأكتر، صارت البناية تهز كلياتها فينا والدرج كلته صار يهز. بعقت هالعالم وطلعوا كلن قالوا لنا ما لنا حل غير على الفريل، كونه منطقة بعيدة وفيها محل فاضي وسعة يعني أحسن من البنايات. فنزلنا لقينا كل العالم بالشارع، اللي طالع مع أولاده حالة يرثى لها.
French civil security rescue teams arrived at a NATO military base in the town of Incirlik in the southern Turkish province of Adana. The workers are here to assist the Turkish authorities in the search for survivors following a deadly earthquake that left more than 5,000 people dead in Turkey and Syria. Meanwhile, the European Union and the United States have mobilized to coordinating immediate assistance to Turkey, including teams to support search and rescue efforts. Russian rescue team from the Emergencies Ministry were also sent to Syria, where Russian military deployed in that country already has sent 10 units comprising 300 people to help clear debris and search for survivors. Now, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak reshuffled his cabinet, breaking up 2 departments to better suit these pledges to spur the economy and turn around his party's fortunes before an election expected next year. Sunak created a new energy security and net zero department led by former business minister Grant Shapps and 3 other departments, with one focusing on science and innovation, a personal passion for the British leader. The former finance minister and multimillionaire who once worked for a hedge fund is trying to steer the economy through a prolonged period of double-digit inflation and stagnation. A situation worsened by soaring cost of energy. He is also under pressure to try to prove his belief that Britain can reap the benefits of his departure from the European Union by developing new trade ties with international partners. Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim will pay an official visit to Thailand on February 9 to 10 to promote trade operations between the 2 countries. Ibrahim is expected to have a meeting with Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha on February 9th to discuss ways to expand trade and investment and infrastructure connectivity in the Thai-Malaysian border area, particularly the 5 southern provinces of Thailand and the 4 northern provinces of Malaysia. The 2 countries hope that the reduction of barriers will help realize the goal of lifting two-way trade to $30 billion USD by 2025. The leader will discuss cooperation in new fields such as digital economy, green technology, and potential industries such as rubber and halal food. They will also exchange views on regional and international issues to jointly address new challenges and stimulate post-COVID-19 economic recovery. And with that story, we come to the end of NEWSPLUS. Well, my name is Philip Slevin. Please do have a great day. Thank you.